a frequent guest, and we always appreciate coming back here. Now in support of Season 2 of Bookie that premieres tomorrow night on Max, which is available right here on the Roku portal. It is Omar J. Dorsey back here on the Rich Eisen Show. I love that. Please bet responsibly is the tagline of Season 2.
Exactly. Yeah, man. It's funny because I used to be an avid gambler.
Used to be.
Yeah.
Past tense?
I mean, you know, I might dabble a little bit. But I think, like, when I lived in New Orleans, I lived across the street from the casino. I had my own parking space. I pull my car up. They just, Omar, you're back. Okay, just lay right here. You're good. I just walk in, get in my roulette table, get in my poker room. And then COVID hit, and then they closed the casinos for 3 months, and that just knocked all the gambling out of me.
But let me just ask you this question, Omar. When you're pulling into your own personalized parking spot at a casino, did that ever dawn on you that you have a personalized parking spot at a casino?
No.
And that should be something that you address in your lifestyle? That never dawned on you?
The tagline is bet responsibly, and I don't think I was doing that.
Got it.
Yeah. So, I had to learn.
This reminds me of a story when I was in college at the University of Michigan.
Yeah.
And I would order from the same pizza place every single day.
Yeah.
I didn't realize I was ordering it every single day.
Right.
But when I started to know the delivery people by name from Bell's Pizza, and they one day showed up with my pizza with a bag of chips, potato chips.
Yeah.
And I thought to myself, and I verbalized it, I'm like, why? I didn't order any potato chips. They said, you just order so much from us, we just feel the need to give you something extra.
And the bag of chips is what it was.
And I thought to myself, okay, I order so much pizza that they're now giving me potato chips as well for free. That should be a moment to pause and think of my own behavior.
Exactly.
Is what I'm saying.
Yeah. So basically, you're telling me that if I have my own parking space at the casino, I should look at my own behavior.
That's what I was saying.
Oh, okay, I get it.
And it shouldn't take a pandemic to snap this streak.
But it did, and I was like, what am I doing? So listen, man. I have I play a bookie on the show.
Yes, sir.
I have my own bookie in real life. You know, whatever.
Sure.
So I tried to bet on the Mike Tyson fight, right?
The most recent one.
Yeah, with Jake Paul. And my bookie didn't answer my phone call. For like an hour or two. I was trying to put a bet in. He didn't answer. So after the fight, he said, do you know why I didn't answer your phone call? Because I love you.
I mean, Omar, you obviously were going to bet Tyson knockout, right?
Yeah, because I'm old.
Right, exactly.
I'm old, and my inner childhood thinks Mike Tyson can beat anybody.
I put 50 on that. Like,
I would put way more than 50 on it, trust me.
I had to.
Yeah, man. But like, so my bookie said, Omar, I'm not taking that bet from you. We can bet NFL all day. But we're not betting on that fight, man.
Did you tell this story to Chuck Lorre and Nick Bacall so they could put this in the show?
I did tell them that. I told them that the next day. The very next day I told him that. I was like, man. He was like, yeah. And Nick was like, yeah, that was a sucker bet.
Yeah.
But like my inner childhood, I remember Mike Tyson knocking out Michael Spinks in 90 seconds. I remember him beating everybody, right? Remember him beating Larry Holmes, beating him up for Muhammad Ali. I remember all of this stuff. Yeah. So this is the 80s and this is 2024. But I'm just saying, like, my inner childhood wanted Mike Tyson to win. And I knew he was going to win. And he's 60-something years old.
Well, exactly. You know, which is why your bookie was looking out for you there. You know,
yeah, man.
I'm watching it with my kids on a Friday night, sitting there on Netflix watching it on Roku. And
how was your stream? Was it buffering?
It was great.
Okay, good.
It was great. So I'm watching it, and we're watching Jake come in with his brother Logan in a car. You know, and Logan is spraying Jake's new body spray. Oh, wow. And it's just this setup right here. It's just filled with product placement for the Paul family. Right. And it's going half a mile an hour. Yeah. Okay, my oldest son is saying,
the Pope.
My oldest son is just like, Dad, why don't they just get out of the car? It'll be faster. Yeah. I'm like, I don't have an answer for you, man, but just you wait. Yeah. Do you know who's not going to walk into this arena in a car going half a mile an hour spraying anything?
Iron Mike.
That is correct. And he then strolled in. Yep. And he had that look on that we remember. When we were kids. And my kids were 16 to 13-year-old boys. They were like, oh, man. And I'm like,
somebody's going to die.
I'm like, I said to them, you have No idea.
What's about to happen?
Well, no, what
used
to happen.
To be, yes.
I don't know. I'm assuming what's going to happen is not what
it was.
Happened.
Yes, right.
But for a split moment, my teenage boys got to see what we
saw exactly,
as kids,
man. Listen.
Or I'll call ourselves kids then.
Well, we were kids then. I mean, like we were,
but that's what we were hoping to see, just that puncher's chance in the first round, and take this guy with his body spray and knock him back to the millennium.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but then he's 60 something. Look, he's 60. He's 60, but he looked good for us. Look at him. He looks great. I wish I looked like that. Look at him, man.
I know. Tell me about it. So your bookie didn't take your phone call prior to this.
He didn't take it because he said he loved me.
Right.
He said, man, no, I love you. I can't do this to you. I could have took your money, but nah, we have other things to bet on.
Please tell me he did not take your phone call prior to the last 4 Atlanta Falcon games.
Oh, no.
Man, stop. Stop. I stopped betting on the Falcons, Rich. I stopped, man. I tell you, I thought when Kirk Cousins threw for 500 yards in that, was it the Monday night game?
No, it was a Thursday night game against the Bucs.
Against the Bucs. I was like, oh, man, we're going to the Super Bowl again. And then the wheels fell off. It's 4 games in a row. We were in first place. We were good.
6-3.
6-3.
With a tiebreak already over the best next team in the division.
We had a 2-game lead because we won both games against them. And then it's like missed field goals from Koo, bad defense, horrible special teams, and the quarterback has thrown 7 interceptions and no touchdowns in the last 4 games.
Not to correct you.
Where they do that at?
But it's 8.
It's 8. Oh, my God. See, man,
I'm sorry. I should just let stuff like that go.
I know, but I can't. I can't, man. And it breaks my heart. But we do have a really good rookie quarterback. I don't even want to think about it. We paid the man $100 million.
But do you think, let me ask you about, this is the question of the moment in Atlanta and for Falcons fans right now. Do you think they should go to the kid and say, all right, it's your show right now. Let's see what you can do right now down the stretch.
Nah, because it's like, the season is still on the line, right?
Yes.
So we can't just give our $100 million quarterback and throw him under the bus. We can. You know who would do that? Bill Belichick would do that. Nick Saban would do that. But I don't know, man. We got to just keep him, man. We got to keep him, man.
Plus, you've got 2 winnable games. You're in Vegas against Desmond Ritter, and so.
I can't. And if Desmond Ritter beats us,
that's what I'm saying.
Listen.
That's what I'm saying.
That was the worst quarterback in Falcon history.
So if you want some get-right games, you're at Desmond Ritter and then welcoming in Tommy DeVito of the Giants.
Who's
just been renamed the starter of the Giants about an hour before you sat in this chair.
Yeah.
And then you got another Cousins return game, at You Like That.
Yeah.
Cousins.
You like that.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
So that's why,
But see, Washington scares me, right? I mean, I know.
Should.
Jaden Daniels is, he's a rookie, but, he scares me.
I don't think he's a rookie anymore. I think he's got enough under his belt, and he's shown enough at this point in time.
He's about 26 years old now, isn't he?
Yeah, halfway between his current age and Cousins.
Exactly.
Right now.
I know, right? I mean, him and Penix both, man, because Penix is grown too, isn't he?
Yeah, Penix is 24 going on 25, which is the point about when you're drafting him to sit him, it's kind of like, wait a minute.
Yeah, he's been playing in college.
He'll be Flacco by the time he starts.
Exactly, yeah, man. No. So, I think we'll be okay, man. I mean, I don't know. What does the Bucs schedule look like? They got an easy schedule, too.
Interesting that you say that because we have the ability to put it up, and I believe our crack staff, there it is.
There it is.
Well done, everybody.
The Chargers, that's a tough game.
Yeah, out here, and then at Dallas, home for Carolina, which, by the way, is just balling out right now.
Yeah, man. The young boy's doing good, the kid.
And then home for New Orleans.
Yeah.
Ask me one last question about the football, and then we'll get to, your career. You mentioned how you were living in New Orleans.
Yeah.
Being a Falcon fan in New Orleans?
Man, I was the best. But you know what? Like, my favorite little restaurant, they kept a flag that said 28-3. Man, I'm going to tell you, right? I used to just look at it every day, like, and they did it for me. They were just they were just being petty.
But the food was that good that you kept going back?
Yeah, it's New Orleans, man. Look, man, when I was in New Orleans, I weighed 300 pounds, dude. Because I ate that much and I was drinking that much in New Orleans. It's New Orleans, right? The cuisine is amazing.
Had your own parking spot at a casino.
My God, your lifestyle, Omar.
I know, exactly. I was the worst in New Orleans.
I was about to say, congrats on being successful.
Listen, man, I was so glad when that show got canceled because I was like, man, I can't. I was like, this show is going to kill me. This city is going to kill me. But no, I had a great time in that city. But they had the little flag up that said 28. They had 28-3. And they're so petty down there, man.
Well, listen, everybody talks about Bears, Packers, or back when the Jets were actually, something meaningful.
Yeah.
Jets, Patriots, and you could name all these rivalries, but the rivalry that few people talk about is Falcons and
Saints. Because you know what?
It's real. That's
it's
real.
Very real. And we always, the Atlanta fans go down there. We second line down the stadium.
Mm-hmm.
And we did it this year, and then Koo missed the field goal. So there you go. And that's another game we lost in New Orleans. We should have won that game. I think Koo missed 2. I don't know what's wrong with Koo. Koo was the most accurate kicker in NFL history until this year. Now he's kicking like 70%.
We could say the same thing about Justin Tucker in Baltimore, right?
I know, man.
One. I don't know.
He was the best, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So I don't
I think
know.
the only answer is kickers, man.
It's kickers, man. Like, they got way too much power.
That would be another episode of Bookie, right? Kickers.
Kickers, that is good.
Kickers, man.
Yeah, kickers, man. That's good. That's a good title for. That's a good title for an episode.
Kickers, man.
Kickers, man.
I'll let. Well, I mean, if anybody knows about kickers, it is Nick Bakay.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah. He's a Buffalo guy.
He's
a Buffalo guy. He knows wide left. And I know, Nick. I'm sorry, man. I see Nick tonight, though. Nick is my brother. Me and Nick just go out. Like, he'll just text me, like, Omar, let's go get lunch. And, like, on some random Wednesday.
Yeah.
Like, let's go get lunch, Omar. Like, let's go, man.
I love Nick.
Nick.
Tell him I said hi.
I definitely will.
For sure. Brockman, you like this man's gear on
Well,
Bookie,
yeah.
right?
I knew that he was coming in today, so I decided to just start rewatching Bookie last night. Saw the first 2 episodes, and I just, I was hoping you'd come out in a cool, crazy jacket because your outfits on the show, the jumpsuits and the sweatsuits are outrageous.
So listen, when I first met the wardrobe designer, right? She was like, "Well, what do you want to wear? A suit? What do you want to wear?" Like, I said, "You know what? I want to wear a suit, but I want it to be a tracksuit. Yeah. I want to wear tracksuits the whole time. I want that to be my look. I want that to be my aesthetic." So she was like, okay, yeah, that might work. So then we talked to Chuck and talked to Nick about it, and they were like, perfect. So I have the easiest wardrobe in the world. It takes me 30 seconds to get in the wardrobe every day. Nothing. I just walk in there, get my tracksuit on, zip it up, and just go right to set. So it doesn't take me long. I don't do hair and makeup. You know how we are. You know what I'm saying? I don't need 20, 30 minutes in hair and makeup. Just give me some lotion. Let me put my tracksuit on.
Can't be
I'm good. You know what I'm saying? So I don't need like an extra, like you go to set, you need an hour to get into the works. Like, nah, just put my stuff on. I'm good, man. So I love those tracksuits.
Well, fashion was front and center last time Sebastian Maniscalco was on our program. He was talking about that you need to be of a certain age to wear Air Force Ones, and if you're too old,
Air Jordans.
Jordans. Yeah.
How old is too old to be rocking Jordans?
Yeah, that's what he said. And how old is too old to be rocking Jordans? And it was off the charts.
Everywhere.
So do you know who wears Jordans all the time?
Is it him?
Chuck Lorre. Chuck looks like he's 35, but he's like 70. This dude's shoe game is ridiculous.
72.
He comes in with Travis Scott's. I'm like, who's dressing you? Whose Ken doll are you?
Well, I mean, he can afford it.
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah. No.
I mean,
he can.
He could go toe to toe with Phil Knight.
Oh yeah. Yeah, man. So no. Yeah, but.
So is Sebastian wearing Jordans on the show?
No, he doesn't wear Jordans on the show. He wears like some comfort shoes. And Sebastian has a bad back in real life, so he wears like orthopedic stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, so his shoe game isn't like that. But he's a Chicago cat, so I'm quite sure he loves Jordans.
I'm sure he does.
Yeah.
Walk me through when you were on the set of The Blind Side. Who was on the set when you were there?
Sandra was there.
Any of the coaches at the time?
You know who was there? Orgeron was there.
He was the Ole Miss head coach.
He was the Ole Miss head coach at the time. At the time, he was the Ole Miss head coach.
It's wild to see him as a coach at Ole Miss, and I think Saban was a coach at LSU.
He was a coach at LSU that time, yeah. And Saban was there. It was just like surreal. I'm like, these are the guys who should have been recruiting me when I was in high school. But I wanted to do Shakespeare, so there's that.
Is that so?
Yeah. Yes.
Well, it worked out for you.
It worked out a little bit, yeah. But no, I had a good time. It's funny because I remember Orgeron was there. I was there with Sandra. We was like, we were, I think we were in whatever, sitting down in our chairs. I'm like, this is Orgeron, right? This is Ed. I can't understand a word he says. He's so Cajun.
Yeah.
But he's just like, we had a great time just hanging out. And like you said, like Nick Saban at that time was the coach of LSU. And I was like, man, this is like Nick, man. So it was lightweight surreal being around all those cats.
So it was you, Sandra Bullock, and Ed Orgeron.
Yes, yep, and Nick and
Saban.
And Saban was there too.
Holtz, was Lou there too?
Lou was there. Lou Holtz was there. Yeah, Lou was there. What's the country guy? What's the Tim McGraw? He was in the movie, right?
Tim McGraw.
Tim was there. So I remember. Yeah, it was trippy, man. I liked that movie a lot, man. I had a good time.
When was the last time you watched The Blind Side?
What year it come out?
2009.
That's when last time I watched it.
I bet so, huh?
Yeah, but people always like, somebody was watching it on the plane the other day. I was like, look, that's, I was in that.
Which one do you get when you're walking around the most? Anything that you've done? You get road trip? Anybody stop you for road trip?
A lot of people stop me for road trip.
Why do you think that is?
Because like it was their childhood and that's like their party time. And I almost looked the same that I looked 20-something years ago.
God bless you for that.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like
24 years now.
24 years ago. That is crazy, man. I still hang with Todd Phillips from time to time. Me and Sebastian hang with Todd Phillips.
Yeah.
And we just sit around and laugh, man. We're like, dude, that was his first movie that he ever directed. You know, it's like, yo,
was that your first movie you were in?
That was the first movie. I was still in college, dude. I was still in college 24 years ago.
How'd you get hooked up with road trip then?
Because I was my theater teacher at the time was like, yo, you need to audition for this movie. You know, they're doing a film or whatever, you should do it. And I auditioned for it, and Todd liked it. And Todd Phillips put me in my first 3 movies. He put me in Starsky and Hutch, Road Trip, and School for Scoundrels. Like, he gave me my boost into Hollywood, you know. And I thank him all the time for it, too. Yeah, man.
What's your favorite scene that you were in with Road Trip?
In Road Trip, it was probably when with DJ Qualls, who's on Bookie now, the skinny guy.
Yeah.
He's on Bookie, he plays the Undertaker on Bookie when he was dancing to It's Tricky to Rock Around the Rock when he was on stage. That was my favorite scene. It's funny because like DJ is on my show now, and he was like the breakout star of that movie, man. So, yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's real cool, man. We have a good time, and me and DJ always laugh about it too. Like, oh, that was his first movie too.
Unbelievable. And now you're in the same show, Bookie, which you check out season 2, available on Max through Roku right here on the Roku portal. And then before I let you go, sir, your Georgia Bulldogs.
Yes.
Your 2 cents. What do you think?
Rich, last time I was here, I had so much bluster.
Mm-hmm. Well, you had every right to be blusterful.
Bro, I know, but man, listen. Oh, well, hey, we should have made it to the Final Four last year. We beat up on Florida State, and it felt so bad, but we beat them like 102-0. but y'all won, and I was very happy for you. I think I might have texted you too, and I was very happy for you.
I appreciate that, Omar.
Yeah. But look,
I'm still dining on that, and I will be dining on that for a very long time.
As you should.
Yes.
I'm cautiously optimistic. You know, our quarterback has a torn something elbow.
Yeah, how significant it is significant, right?
It's 2 to 4 weeks, right? It's 2 to 4 weeks.
No one's actually really saying.
Nobody's saying anything.
Football, nobody says anything.
Look, Kirby said he has an upper body injury. Like, bro, you tore UCL, bro. Come on, let's talk about it.
You'd think he'd be out for like 6 months or something, but
no, it's like 2 to 4 weeks.
Oh, okay. So it's not.
But torn. I like our. You know what? Like our backup Gunnar Stockton came in. You know, all guns blazing, but it's like, okay, man, can we ride that all the way to? Like, you remember when Ohio State lost all their quarterbacks?
Yes.
And then
Cardale Jones
came in, and he ended up playing so good, and he got drafted in the NFL for no reason. I think he's selling shoes now. Well,
I mean, Cardale, he was big. He was physical.
Big. Yeah.
I also remember one time, I think it was JT Barrett went down against Michigan, and we're like, oh, great, here comes the backup, and his name was Dwayne Haskins.
Exactly.
And then look out.
Yep.
You know, so I mean, you never know, man.
Yeah, I tell you what, I don't know if you remember. I mean, this past week against Texas, when Gunnar Stockton ran up the middle in overtime and his helmet got knocked off.
Well,
I was very proud of him. I was like, man, well, he's not going to last the whole game playing the way that he played that second half.
Well, that's why Beck came back in with one arm and handed off for the game winner.
Yeah, because he probably had a concussion. I mean, let's be real about it.
I bet he did.
I bet he did. That helmet, I saw his knee, everything. But he didn't fumble the ball, and I was very proud of him. He didn't fumble the ball.
So them versus Oregon, is that what you think is going to come down to? Because I do.
Yeah, probably.
That'll be a hell of a game too.
It would be, man. But you know, we beat up the Pac-10 so bad.
Yeah, it's by the way, it's Big Ten now, sir.
Oh, is it Oregon Big Ten now?
You've been away a long time.
That's
Big Ten.
Oh, okay.
They're now the Big Ten. They moved.
They did. They moved to y'all.
Yeah, they did.
Wow, they beat y'all, huh?
They did indeed.
Okay.
Oh, they didn't just beat us. like a drum.
What was the score?
I don't recall. It wasn't great, but it doesn't matter.
They beat Ohio State and Michigan?
And then Michigan beat Ohio State.
I remember that game.
I don't know if you've seen that.
I saw it. I was happy for you.
That was the only that final score I can recite to you by memory.
What was it, Rich?
13-10.
Look at that. That's a real Big Ten score.
Look at me.
That's an SEC score. 13-10.
Hey, excuse me. The Big Ten championship game was what, 45-38? So.
Really? Yeah.
That's what happens when you remove the whole concept of divisions.
Right.
And that means Iowa doesn't play in the Big Ten
so
championship.
So that's what happened with
anymore.
the SEC this year is the 2 best records, right?
Everybody's doing that now.
Yeah, that's good. That's a new thing.
Good to see you, Omar J. Dorsey. Everybody check out Bookie Season 2 premieres tomorrow on Max. Come back anytime, sir.
You know what, Rich. Thank you, man.
You got it. That's Omar J. Dorsey, everybody, right here on The Rich Eisen Show. Catch The Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku Channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.